Bless your heart. I know that that's not the great way to greet you, but I want to welcome everyone joining us at Bridge-Builders, where we connect church lingo, culture, and our faith, hoping that will help us grow in our understanding to live out our purpose. And my name is Sung Soo John. You can call me RJ. And as I say, please subscribe, like, turn on that notification so we can continue to walk in this journey. And today I am going to talk about blessings. Of course, bless your heart is maybe more of a distorted way of the use of what blessing might really mean. We do have this blessing that we receive from God, and we are to share that with the world. As Chuck says in his video, blessing does appear in the Old Testament more than 600 times. And it is true that Genesis chapter 12, verse 1 to 3 is the first time God actually talks about blessing. We're in Genesis chapter 12, 1 to 3, and this is the call story of God calling Abraham. God says to Abraham, "Go from your country, your people, and your father's household to the land I will show you. I will make you into a great nation, and I will bless you." This is the word. "And I will make your name great, and you will be a blessing. And I will bless those who bless you, and whoever curses you, I will curse, and all the people on earth will be blessed through you." Now, there is a book called The Mission of God for the People of God, written by Christopher Wright. And in that book, the entire book talks about how Christopher Wright believes that God's Great Commission, not only the commission that we know from Matthew chapter 28, started from creation, and it was actually revealed in Genesis chapter 1 to 3. And this word blessing, that we receive blessings from God, is intended to be a blessing not only for the Israelites, but God had chosen Abraham for this blessing to be shared with, on verse 3, all the people on earth. That is beyond the Israelites. So even the Gentiles at that time were included in God's plan of God's blessing to be shared in this world. And that actually was revealed through Jesus Christ. Before we talk about how we bless each other, I am going to talk about that word bless. That word bless in Hebrew is called barak. And barak has a meaning of the blessed one and also the ones who receive the blessing. It also turns our attention to God, who is the source of all blessings. But more importantly, that word also has a meaning that we are to completely surrender to that source of blessing. So blessing is not only something that we receive. Blessing in the ultimate goal is for us to offer ourselves to God completely. So for us who were blessed by God, and when I say blessed, I'm not talking about the material things. Now, yes, God is a God who will bless and fulfill our needs, but I wanted to remind us that in the Lord's Prayer, Jesus particularly says, "Give us this day our daily bread." That means that we are only to ask and receive what is needed for the day, not excessive things, not material. So when we say that God bless me with whatever brand name, material that you want to say, I have to point out that may not be right. Our correct meaning of blessing is not only that we surrender our lives to God and to the source of all blessings, we also are acknowledging that the greatest blessing that we could ever receive in our lives is only through the forgiveness of Jesus Christ and the gift of salvation. What else and what kind of blessing can compare to that promise of salvation? If a car, if a designer handbag, or anything that we possess can even go close to that salvation and that gift, maybe that gift may not be even worth the pursuing. But because we know how great of that blessing and the great of that gift is, we are to share that blessing with all the people on earth. So for Christians to say, have a blessed day, it is really more for in our gesture of blessing. And in the same way that we were sent from the worship, we are being sending that blessing onto the world. Which leads me to talk about benediction. Benediction is a traditional way of the Christians, which actually started from the Jewish tradition, for the people of God to be sent to the world with God's blessing. So in the Jewish tradition, during the time of the gathering, where people were all gathered, the priest will come out and the priest will share this blessing, which we know as the blessing of Aaron, from Numbers chapter 6, verse 24 to 26, where it says, "The Lord bless you and keep you, and the Lord make his face shine on you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face toward you and give you peace." I'm pretty sure that you heard this before, but this is a Jewish tradition that the priest comes out and blesses all these people. And through that, what we had done as Protestants, we had continued on that tradition, and we use it in the time of the benediction. The benediction is a time where the pastor not only sums up the worship, but the pastor shares and commends and sends people of God to the world with the blessing of God. And what we do is, as we receive that blessing, we are to be sent to the world and share that blessing to the world. Now, sometimes people will receive that blessing by putting out their hands like this, as if they are receiving that blessing. Some people and some pastors may use the cross of a sign, and I'm going to talk about this in the next video, of all the signs that we use for the benediction. And people will follow that sign and receive it as they are to be charged to be sent to the world. We are blessed by God, and our call and our purpose is to share that blessing to the world as we completely surrender to the source of blessing. On our next episode, I'm going to talk about all the hand signs of benediction. So hope this helps you to continue to be a blessed person. Have a blessed one.